The Franklin Pierce University Ravens hosted the Southern Connecticut State Owls on Wednesday, January 17th, down in the Fieldhouse. The Ravens came into the game 1-9, while the Owls were 7-4 in conference. Now we're going to start in the first quarter, where the Ravens will be up 4-2 with 6:50 left on the clock, when Owl number 1, Amani Wheeler, would make this basket to tie the score. The Owls would lead the end of the quarter 15-9. Moving on to the second quarter with 2:36 on the clock and the Owls leading 31-23, senior number 15 Gemma Thacker would get this layup to get the Ravens the points. Thacker would have 10 points in the game and lead the team in assists with 4. Now going to the end of the third quarter with 2:45 left, Miranda Crenshaw of Southern Connecticut would get this basket to make the score 43-39 Owls. They would win the quarter with a score of 48-43, and Crenshaw would end the game with 4 points. Now heading into the last quarter with the Ravens down just 53-48, Ravens number 21, Maya Mosley, would push the basket to get this layup. Mosley would lead the night with 22 points. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the Ravens, and they would go on to lose the game just 55-54.
This is a varsity men's basketball game between the Whitney Wildcats and the Consumnes Oaks Wolfpack.
The Whitney Wildcats and the Consumnes Oaks Wolfpack faced off on January 14th. The teams played at the Golden One Center, the new home of the Sacramento Kings. Both teams came into this game tied 3-0 in league. The Wolfpack would come out strong in the first quarter, scoring 5 points before Whitney could score a point. With 4 minutes and 50 seconds left, Wolfpack senior number 1, Jeffrey Dresser, would push through past the Wildcats to get the basket, and would get a foul as well, making the score 9-3. Dresser would end the game with 21 points, and Consumnes would have the lead 22-6 over the Wildcats at the end of the first. Heading into the second quarter, junior number 33, Tyler Austin, would drive down the court to the basket, getting knocked onto the floor, yet still scoring the points. After making the free throw, the Cats would trail the Wolfpack 29-21. Senior number 5, Jayshawn Lewis, would hit this bucket and lead his team with 18 points in the second quarter, and Whitney would cut the lead to just 1 at the half, 33-32. After the halftime performances, we fast forward in the third to 3 minutes and 37 seconds left on the clock. Lewis would get the ball and come around the key to the basket, getting the points and a foul as well. This would tie up the game 37-37. The Cats would take a 6-point lead at the end of the third, 54-48. In the fourth quarter, number 15, Noah Samuelewski, gets the ball and does a 360 spin to get around a Wolfpack player and get the points for the Cats. Whitney would lead 63-58 with 4 minutes and 18 seconds left to go. The Wildcats would take home the win, and the final score was 70-66. Jayshawn Lewis would be the leader of the night for the Cats, scoring 29 points overall.
Whitney's a very good ball club. They're coached by a really good coach, and they just kept fighting. You know, they know what it takes to win. They've had to come back from games before, so it's not a surprise. We knew they would.
Honestly, this guy, he became like everything that I've ever dreamed of him becoming since he was a freshman. He became a man tonight. He was unbelievable. He brought us back on his shoulders, and then in halftime we regrouped, and I think the rest of the group saw him and saw what he was doing, and they really just stepped up, and that's what kind of propelled us in the second half.
Reporting for WCTV 19 with photographer Sammy Shelton, I'm Bre Eastlick. The Cats came into this game off their bye week at 2-1, while the Broncos were 0-3. Here's what Coach Jesse Armas had to say before the game.
Been working on being really aggressive and cleaning up our fundamentals, which is what we need to do. And so we love the bye week. That's what we used it for.
We're going to start in the first quarter, where after a Whitney penalty, number 19, junior Jake Cruz connects with number 18, junior David Owens, for this 10-yard touchdown pass. After a 2-point conversion, the score was 8-0. Moving to the second quarter, Whitney would continue to push as Cruz would hand off the ball to number 1, junior Mark Clark, who would run for a 36-yard touchdown, the first rushing touchdown of the season for the Wildcats. It would put the Cats ahead 15-0. Then with 6 minutes and 28 seconds left in the second quarter, Cruz would find Clark here for a 77-yard touchdown pass, putting the Cats up 21-0. The Wildcats would go into halftime ahead 29-0. In the third quarter, after another Cruz touchdown pass, number 17, junior Cole Cavara would come in to play quarterback in his first varsity game ever. With 7 minutes left, he would connect with number 4, senior Braden Bedwell, on this 24-yard touchdown reception. The score was now 43-0. At the end of the game, Cruz completed 10 of 13 passes with 295 yards. The Cats were able to keep the impressive lead, winning the game 50-0. Here's what head coach Paul Doherty had to say after the game.
Kids got to get into the regular swing of the regular season. I think Game was called pretty tight tonight. I like our kids playing physical. We talk about it, we learn about it, but we still want them playing physical, just a lot cleaner on both sides.
Reporting for WCTV 19 with photographer Sammy Shelton, I'm Bre Eastlick. The Franklin Pierce University Ravens hosted the St. Rose Golden Knights on Saturday, November 11th for their last game of the season. This was also the Ravens senior night for number 15 Hannah Runge, number 9 Hannah St. Jean, and team manager Allison Denny. We're going to start in the first set when number 5 Brittany Cerise would slam this ball into St. Rose's side, but the Knights would pick it up, and number 14 Grace Campbell would tip the ball over the Ravens blockers to get the point, this making the score 20-14 St. Rose. Campbell would have 4 kills on the night, and the Golden Knights would take the first set 25-16. Moving on late in the second set, the two teams would rally back and forth for a while before number 13 Jocelyn Moody would dig this hit, passing it to the other side, and number 16 Maddie Halverson would try to hit it back to the Ravens, but would fail to do so. This would make the score 20-18 Ravens, and they would win the second set 25-21. Moody would finish the night with 17 digs. Going on to the third set with the Ravens leading the Knights 11-10, Runge would set the ball to St. Jean, getting the kill for the Ravens, and would win the set 25-18. Runge would have 43 assists on the night, and St. Jean would have 9 kills. Later in the fourth set, with the Ravens up 2-1, the score would be tied at 29 when sophomore number 1 Abigail Garnhart would get this kill to put the Ravens in the lead. They would score the next point as well, putting them up by 2, securing them the set and the win for the night. The Franklin Pierce Ravens would finish the 2017 season 8-17, while the St. Rose Golden Knights would finish 12-17.